We are going to be talking about the different countries around the world that offer digital nomad visas, or what we call remote work visas. So basically, this means that you can work from that country even though your employer or where you get your source of income is not in that particular country. So basically, what remote working and digital nomad mean is that you're not stuck to a desk, but you are location independent, meaning you can literally work from anywhere around the world. And that's what we are going to be talking about in today's video. So you want to stay up to the very end, because I'm going to share with you a list of 51 digital nomad visas or remote work visa countries where you can literally work from independent of your country. But obviously, unless you are one of those from the passport privileged countries, you will still have to navigate the visa bureaucracies that come with visiting these countries and actually living there and working as a remote worker. And that's what we want to talk about today. But one thing you're going to notice about these countries that I'm going to mention is that all of them, actually nearly all of them, boast amazing coastlines. Some of them have very low cost of living, so you want to listen closely, because there's one that I'm going to be focusing on that actually also allows you the opportunity to get permanent residence after just 5 years of working in the country. So currently there are 48 countries offering digital nomad visas or remote working visas, and the remaining others are yet to launch their digital nomad visas or remote work visa programs in the coming year. So we have Cyprus, Colombia, Iceland, Latvia, Montenegro, Hungary. We have Georgia, Bahamas, Antigua and Barbuda. We have Barbados, Bermuda, Cayman Islands. We have Croatia, Czech Republic, Curacao, Costa Rica, Dominica, Dubai, Estonia, Germany, Mexico, Australia, Portugal, Spain, Montserrat, Namibia, Mauritius, Argentina, Ecuador. And then also yet to be launched, we have Italy, Romania, Greece, Thailand, Indonesia, specifically Bali, South Africa, and Sri Lanka. So you're gonna also notice that these countries have amazing, they're very beautiful countries. I've been fortunate to visit most of them. So if for no other reason why to go and work as a digital nomad or work as a remote worker in these countries, is just you're gonna be working in beautiful environment, and there's nothing as encouraging as that. So when you are selecting what country to move to as a digital nomad or as a remote worker, there are several factors you'll have to consider. So for example, the different conditions you're going to need. So for example, what is the minimum proof of income you need to show? So different countries have different proofs of income. So for example, Cyprus is going to ask you for a proof of at least 3,500 per month. And then for Iceland, they're going to need to show 7,700 euros, for example. We have Colombia that is going to ask you for bank documents to prove that you earn a monthly salary equal to at least 3 minimum legal salaries, that is $685 as of July 29, 2022. And other country like Latvia, for example, is gonna ask for 2,857 euros per month proof. Montenegro will ask for how much? Let me see. I don't have for Montenegro. We have Georgia is gonna ask for just 2,000 US dollars a month. So different countries are gonna ask you for different proofs of income you earn per month. So that's one thing you have to consider. Secondly, you have to look at the application fee. So for example, Georgia is one of the only ones, or one of the few visa programs that are offered for free. That is another factor you need to consider. And then you also want to look at the length of the visa they're going to give you. How long is a remote work visa they're going to give you? How long is a digital nomad visa they're going to give you? So Georgia, for example, will give you up to 1 year. However, if you register a business as an individual, you can apply for permanent residency as an entrepreneur. And then, for example, for Bahamas, you're going to need to prove that you have at least, you must show proof of income and they're going to give you a visa valid for up to 1 year. So different countries have different requirements. And then, of course, like Malta, you're going to demonstrate a minimum monthly income of 2,700 euros. So as I've mentioned, different countries are going to have different requirements. So you want to choose and pick carefully. So specifically for this video, I want to zoom in on Portugal. Portugal is one of my favorite countries. I have been twice. And come on, where are you, Portugal? Portugal. Yes. So I'm going to focus on the digital nomad visa for Portugal. And it is, I've already mentioned, most suited to remote employees wishing to relocate temporarily to Portugal. It is suggested that it could serve as a bridge visa between temporary residency and obtaining a full D7 visa, which is basically a resident visa. So to be eligible for the Portugal remote work visa or digital nomad visa, you must be employed by a company that is not Portuguese, that is not based in Portugal, and you must be from a nation that is not a member of the EU or EEA. And then you must also prove that your monthly salary is 4 times the current Portuguese minimum wage, which currently is 705 euros. So technically, you must earn at least 2,820 euros, which is equivalent to about $2,800 each month as of the shooting of this video. So the new period for applying for a visa started October 30th, 2022. And then we also have the temporary resident visa. Portugal offers not only a temporary resident visa, but also a resident permit for digital nomads and entrepreneurs. So these types of visas have the possibility to be extended for up to 5 years and for 1 year with the ability to renew for up to 5 years. Yeah. So the best part about this Portuguese digital nomad visa or the temporary resident visa or the remote work visa is that after 5 years, you can apply for permanent residency. So for you to be qualified for this visa, you will need proof of income from property or business or other financial means. And then you must make at least 600 euros per month. You must get private travel health insurance, and you must agree to a criminal background check. So guys, as I already mentioned, when it comes to the Portuguese digital nomad visa, you can apply for either temporary visa stay of up to 1 year or a residency permit that will be renewed for up to 5 years. So the choice is yours, but the advantage you have after 5 years, you can apply for permanent residence. And one of the program's biggest selling point is that recipients are able to travel visa-free throughout the Schengen area. And remember, the Schengen territory has 26 European Union member countries where you can move freely without having to deal with border control. And then Portugal, so far Portugal has already seen an influx of foreign residents since the pandemic, and many of whom use the D7 visa or passive income visa to set up shop in the country. So it is also one of the most affordable programs of its kind, and the D7 visa requires applicants to make only about 8,000 US dollars per year to qualify. But unlike the digital nomad visa, the income must be the result of passive income streams such as real estate or equity in a company, as opposed to a monthly salary. So you really have a choice. You can go for the D7 visa or you can go for the remote work or digital nomad visa. So the popularity of Portugal among remote workers is due to several reasons. So we have the low cost of living, we have the mild weather, we have an abundance of co-working spaces, and then there's connection to major European cities and the country's fluency in English. So unlike other countries where you go to, you must have to start learning the language to integrate with Portugal. Pretty much most people speak English, so you will be able to move around as much as you want. And of course, these are some of the factors you want to consider when you are picking a country to move to work as a digital nomad or remote worker. So guys, that is what I wanted to mention about the digital nomad visa. It could be a pathway for immigrating permanently to any one of these countries, and I would highly encourage you to consider the Portugal visa. And if you are interested in finding different ways you can earn passive income or where you can get remote worker jobs, you want to head over to Eva Mtalii Finance channel, where I cover these topics in depth. Well guys, that's it for today. Thank you for staying to the very end. I will see you on the next one. Bye guys.